Hello, welcome to the second division highlights of the Pukekohe round from the virtual V8 Supercars 2012 season. It's round 6 of course from Pukekohe, and the pole position man was Matthew Barron, who's just doing a one-off event this season. Of course he's in Australia and therefore it's a bit difficult for him to get time to do these sort of events, so he's doing it during the summer holidays for him. He's taking pole position away from Larose. Larose, second place on that grid. He's qualified very well this season so far always, but been struggling in the races. Third place Paul Crawford. Fourth place, Scott Sovik. Fifth place, Matt Clark, also making his debut this season so far. Sixth place, Artur Shikula, also making his debut. Seventh place, Mike Bell, also making his debut. Eighth place, Thiago Rodriques. Ninth place, Ivan Navarro. And rounding up that top 10 as the grid is forming up after its formation lap is Rob Musgrove for PCGC Mazda. And now with Matthew Barron off the grid. And away from the grid they go. And a great start there from Matthew Barron. A beautiful start. Blasts away from the field, and that's a nice gap he's got as he heads into turn 1. Larose pushing hard into turn 1 to make sure he gets ahead of Paul Crawford. Paul Crawford trying to go around the outside. Oh, Paul going straight off, bumping over the curb also. Lost a couple of positions as a result. Now it's Larose and Clark. Clark's got a great run out of the final turn as a result. The final turn, should I say, fourth turn. Into the hairpin he goes. And that's Clark up to second place. Look how far ahead Matthew Barron is already. He's gapping the field. Side by side into the final turn they come. Larose and Clark. Clark just squeezes ever so slightly across on Larose. Make sure he takes that position. On board now with Michael Bell. Right in behind Artur Shikula. What a cool name that is, Artur Shikula. Number 075. Side by side into turn 1, and Mike Bell's going through. Ivan Navarro sneaking around, trying to look for that position also. At 3:53, there is Paul Crawford again, pushing very hard through that turn 2. Oh, and off goes Mike Bell. All that hard work he's just done has just been lost, and some more. Lost 4 positions there with that one mistake. Now here is Davakos and Rodriques. Side by side into the final turn. Davakos is going to slot it up the inside. That's a good move there from Georgios. So on board with Patrick, and there is Patrick in the bottom corner as well. He's in behind Bell and Musgrove. Oh, Patrick's going past both of them. Mike gets out of shape. Oh, Musgrove hits Mike Bell. And Patrick says, all right, thanks, lads. I have both the positions. A little bit messy, but they got it sorted out in the end. 5:53 now, Navarro and Davakos. On board with Davakos, looking at Ivan Navarro. Davakos has not qualified well, but he's been racing well so far today. Navarro just got a little bit out of shape on the curb there. It shot him across the other side of the track, and through comes Georgios. He goes past Ivan Navarro with ease on the straight. Now here is Bell, Musgrove, and Patrick still battling. Bell goes down the inside of Patrick. Oh, Patrick tries to come back at him on the exit and hits the back of Mike Bell. Musgrove goes past Patrick also. Now here's Larose and Clark. Larose got back past Matt Clark. Oh, Matt. Gets sideways on the brakes. Oh, and Ivan Navarro goes off in sympathy also. And Clark still struggling to get that car in gear. And eventually gets going once again. Now he's back in 9th as a result of that. And he's out of the final corner. He's on the grass. Oh, almost came across on Patrick and Musgrove. Oh, he destroyed the back of his Ford Falcon. Gets going again though. Looking to get away with that. Not a bigger accident, quite frankly. 12th place here is Steve Hoppitt, his second race of the season. He struggled at the Asperina, but doing much better at Pukekohe Park, but not quite now, because he's gone off in the same place Matt Clark went off. At least he didn't have a huge accident like Matt Clark. He's lost 3 positions though as a result. Now Sovik and Crawford. Crawford going down the inside of Scott. There's Shikula and Davakos and Rodriques all in behind. Great battle these drivers. All 5 very close together indeed. That's for 3rd place that battle. Musgrove and Patrick still hard in battle. Patrick goes down the inside of Rob Musgrove. Rob was giving him room. Now here's Sykes and Defray. And there is Bell. So It's not Defray. Indeed, it's not Defray. It's Mitt Wilson, who's using Defray's skin for this event. He shouldn't be doing, but unfortunately he is. And Dell's now going past Nicky Defray. Nicky Defray. Going past Mitt Wilson, should I say. Terrible stuff there. And now here's Matt Clark. After that, two accidents. Oh, he's gone off again at the final corner. He's got a puncher on that right rear as a result. Look, he's punching the back corner of that car. Oh, it's a big crash from Matt Clark. Spinning around and around. Trying to get the car stopped. Trying to take anybody else out. And that's the end of Matt's race here today. His debut this season was short-lived. Had some good races last season. And Mike Bell and Chris Sykes come together. Sykes. Oh, nice recovery, Chris. Gets the car stopped. Mitt Wilson almost got involved in that now. He's gone down the inside of Chris. And looks like Mitt is going to take the position. Steve Hoppitt looking for a bit of action also. I think he's going to drill the back of Chris Sykes then through that corner. Steve looking for an exit. Again using that grass on the outside. In that Mad Dog Racing Ford Falcon. Chris Sykes is going to come back at Mitt Wilson and immediately take that position away. Now here is Davakos down on the inside of Shikula. Oh, and there's MOTORSPORT going off. Not sure what's happened to him. Patrick and Musgrove, these two are locked in battle. Oh, maybe they won't be locked in battle for much longer because Musgrove gone off. Mike Bell did very well there indeed, not to take out the back of that Ford Falcon. And Musgrove lets him go through. Now Shikula and Rodriques still locked in battle. These two have been together the entire race. There's Davakos ahead of them, and Sovik as well. They've all been very close together. Crawford has cleared this group a little bit. Now Patrick in 10th position, all by himself at the moment. Oh, all by himself on the grass as well, coming back onto the track, almost taking out his good friend Rob Musgrove. There is the teammate to Rob Musgrove, Chris Sykes. And Sykes takes a position, so Patrick just through that small mistake, lost 2 positions there. Here is Mike Bell, all by himself. Oh, Mike! Oh! Got the... Oh, and Sykes as well! Sykes and oh, almost beautiful stuff there. Could have fit each other through there any better, and Hoppitt off in the background also. Sykes trying to get going again. Oh, Patrick! Oh, it almost hit that inside barrier. Well held, Patrick. Dan almost in that barrier. He's lost the position to Mitt Wilson now also. Lap 19 and 53. Larose and Crawford. This is for 2nd position. Crawford's been just slowly but surely catching the French Canadian side by side. Larose holds position on the outside at turn 1. Of course has the inside for the next complex of corners. Crawford's going to dive down the inside at turn 4 though. Contact on the outside. Side by side down the straight. Now Crawford of course has the inside all the way down the straight, just squeezing Larose out to the outside. I'm not sure that's quite needed because it's not going to get him any gain at all. Of course Larose's fellow French Canadian William the Vet won in Division 1 today, and Larose wants to do the same in Division 2, but Crawford's put another battle for that 2nd place at the moment, and he's gone through. Will Larose get the exit? They're off to the side of the road. Not quite sure who that was. It looks like Crawford made that move stick over Larose anyway, and here's Davakos down the inside of Sovik, and there is Larose ahead of them. So where is Crawford? Can we just see him in the distance? There he is. So Crawford has definitely cleared this group. Now Davakos is fighting with Larose. Davakos having a great race here today. Qualified poorly, but has raced extremely well. Around the outside of Yves Larose, and Yves left him plenty of room. Davakos has taken plenty of advantage of that. Now here is Sovik. Oh, Larose got out of shape. Sovik also. Oh, Servik's hit the end of the wall, just where it juts out towards the track. He's not got away with that at all. 25 50 to 53. Matthew Barron is serenely leading this field, dominating here today. Of course, he is true Division 1 material. And now here's Rodriques with a very nice pass indeed on Yves Larose. Very stylish, very Ken Block. 29 53. Bell. Sovik. Sovik down the inside of Bell. This is after the pit stops, of course. And number 552, Sovik, for Optimum Motorsport, goes through. Optimum Motorsport, of course, great supporters of the Touring Pro Series, a big team. Oh, and here is Rodriques and Navarro. Oh, Rodriques tried another daring pass down the inside. It's not worked this time. Off he goes, spinning and spinning and spinning. Will he get that car going? Yes, he will. He's missing the back end, though, I believe. Here is Navarro now. He's fighting with Rob Musgrove for 6th position. So there's been plenty of attrition here at the moment. Navarro slots down the inside of Rob Musgrove and carries on with his race. Sovik there in the background. Sovik, of course, destroyed his car earlier. Dropped back in the field. Looks like he's got most of the front end mended. Not all of it. But now he's going down the inside of Rob Musgrove anyway. And that's a good pass. Probably sensible about it also. Recognised Sovik's greater speed. And just decided that was the better part of Valor. But they're both back behind Rob Musgrove now. They both made mistakes. Look, Navarro and Sovik both back in behind Rob Musgrove. So whatever's happened there, it's not gone well. And Navarro's now lost position to Sovik also. So back to 7th goes Navarro. Back to 8th even, should I say. Now here is Bell and Rodriques. This is for 8th. Well, he was in 7th, sorry. I apologise. 7th place for Navarro. This is 8th place, Bell and Rodriques. Rodriques in not exactly the cleanest looking car. Bell's had his fair share of incidents here today as well. Locked up that front end. Rodriques should be able to get this move done. And he is able to do so. Good move there. But the winner of the race, an absolutely dominant winner. Great drive here from Matthew Barron. Kept his concentration throughout the race despite the fact there was no challenges to him whatsoever. Well done to Matthew Barron for TEAMOZ Sim Racing. A great win for him. 2nd place, Paul Crawford. He'll be very pleased with that also. Had a bit of a struggle this season so far with absence and both bad luck in the races. 3rd place, great result for Georgios Davakos. Drove through the field very well indeed. 4th place, Artur Shikula. Also a great result. 5th place was Yves Larose. Dropped back, unfortunately, after really strongly early on. 6th place, Scott Sovik. 7th place, Ivan Navarro. 8th place, Thiago Rodriques. 9th place, Mike Bell. And right at the top 10 in the end was Rob Musgrove. Not quite sure what happened to him, but he's back in 10th.
GamePod, the ultimate race rig for those serious about sim racing. Puts you in the driver's seat with all the controls at your fingertips. Be number 1 on the road, in the race, in the game. GamePod, the choice of champions.